中の心と物質
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. That's all I had in my head when I was
wiggling out.
I just wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Fucking welcome back to the show, bitches.
Yeah. You know, we might have missed a week, but guess what?
We're back.
We didn't quit.
We didn't miss shit, bro. We don't quit out here.
Yeah, and, if anything, you guys missed out.
Pretty
right?
much. Yeah.
Like
we were talking. We texted.
Yeah, like you get it. Just be in the group chat.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
We will start a Discord or some shit like that.
That'd be pretty funny.
I'm getting better at learning how to use Discord.
Nice.
I used to confuse the shit out of me, bro. But nowadays, I'm catching up. Frankie's catching up, bro.
Look at this guy. He made it to 2022. Let's go.
That shit is mad complicated, though. It was like voice chats, text chats, groups within groups. That's purple.
Threads within video chats and things of that nature. It is a lot. And the mobile apps aren't that great for Discord.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, and they're always trying to update it because it's like with every update, they're like, maybe this is the one. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, and then they're like, okay, let's try again. Maybe this is the one.
We got to go back to AIM, bro.
Yo.
Good old AIM.
My God. But, now we got the notes on Instagram. That's a lot like AIM or even BBM.
AIM was so simple, though. And I remember I had a friend called Chris. He was dating some girl at the time. What's up, Chris? And his away message would be like his, what's it called? Expression of love. And like this full body paragraph. Like,
oh my God.
It was so funny. And I don't know if, what's it called? Very few people who don't know who AIM is. I'm sure everybody else does. But like, yeah, it would read like, oh yeah, Chris is away. I love this girl so much. Oh my God. Every breath I take is because of her. And if she wouldn't exist, I wouldn't have any oxygen in my life. It'd just be like,
oh
our
my
day is
God.
this and that. And this is, and it was like, and everybody did that. Not just him, but he had a fucking, this fucking whole novel by his shit. And by the time he finished reading it, he would be back.
No, man, I'd be looking at that shit just being like,
what are you doing, step bro?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. But then everybody's shit was crazy, you know?
I remember back on BBM, I had my name as a sexy cupcake panda.
That was your name?
For a little bit. And everyone thought that like I was some chick. And they were like, yo, who are you?
This guy's bad as fuck.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck do you mean? It's me, Javi. What the fuck? And they're like, why the fuck is your name Sexy Cupcake Panda? I was like, because why the fuck not?
That's like reminds me of the time you told me some guy came up to you in the bar and thought you were a girl or some shit like that. You remember? He slapped your ass. Didn't somebody slap your ass?
Someone touched my ass at a concert.
My bad.
But not because they thought I was a girl.
Well, they did.
Because they were just fucking with me because they were assholes.
Oh, I thought because you had your hair out or some shit and that, then I'm completely misunderstood. I thought somebody came up to you and said,
no, that has never happened.
And you were like, bro. No, I'd be mad as hell, bro.
I was pissed when it happened because like this guy was like, he and his friends just kept kind of like touching my arm, like bumping my arm and shit, like on either side, and I was just ignoring them, and eventually, finally, like one of them just like slapped my ass, and I turned around on him, and I was like, "Yo, don't do that, man." I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?"
Yeah.
And I was like at a show and everything, like, why? Just fuck off.
That is an ass feeling. You know what I mean? To have your ass slapped when you don't consent at all.
Yeah.
That's why consent is so cool.
Consent is pretty hot.
It's pretty hot, man. But when you get your ass slapped when you don't want it to be, especially by a stranger, that's a no for me, dog. That's not.
Hell yeah. Or hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Just go to the kitchen.
But dude, I just honestly like recently I've been telling you a lot about what's been going on with me over the last few weeks and stuff, and it's just at the end of the day, it just really made me kind of feel like wrong dog.
Wrong dog?
Wrong dog.
Sorry, I had Celsius in my mouth. Wrong dog.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's what?
Nah. I see what you're trying to do.
Damn, that's so close. I almost had you right there.
You almost did, actually. But thankfully to Celsius.
You're on your game.
I'm fucking awake now,
You're on
bro.
your game. You're like...
Exactly, bro.
But I, as you know, and as we talked about it last episode, I had my big showcase.
Yes, you did. How was it?
That went very well.
Yeah.
Had
me up a little, if you don't mind.
Had a couple cool moments with some pretty cool people.
Mm-hmm.
a small moment that happened was that there was this kid and his dad that pulled up, and they were looking at my Star Wars poster, and the dad was like, "Oh, this is a great like Vader print.
Yeah.
I really like this. Like, but I actually don't know who's on the front here." And his kid, who's like maybe like 7, is just like, "What?
Yeah.
Dad, that's Luke." And I was like, "Yeah, you got it, man." And he was like, and they ended up buying one of those prints. And I asked the kid, I was like, "Oh, so you're a big Star Wars fan?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm a big fan."
Yeah.
And
I
was like,
am George Lucas.
yeah, I am George Lucas reincarnated, even though he's still alive. But fucking, in that moment, I was like, "Oh yeah, so would you happen to know whose lightsaber this is?" And I like rolled up my sleeve, showed him my tattoo, and he was like, Luke's? And I was like, you got
fucking
it.
retard, nope. You should go kill yourself.
Give me back the print. You suck.
And this kid just looking at you like, and you're like, why don't you cry about it, bitch?
Yeah, why don't you go cry about it over there, though? Because I gotta go make some sales, buddy.
I feel like those are the most bullied 3 things I've ever said. Back to back to back. Imagine it directing it towards a child.
But he got it, and I was just like, you know what? You get a free sticker, man. And I gave him a free sticker with that, and it was just a nice, cool little moment with this kid. I was like, hell yeah.
Kids really be getting free shit, man.
Yeah.
And then at one point you become too old and ugly.
Yeah, and you're like, nah, you can pay for this.
You can pay for that with your hard-earned money from your job.
Yeah, fucking cough it up, buddy.
Oh, you like staying home playing video games? That's over.
Oh yeah, you wish you had time for video games,
Man,
kid.
that'd be nice. Fucking holy shit. Playing video games every day of the week was awesome. That was good times, right?
That was one of the best times of the pandemic.
That was your responsibility. I gotta go home, bro. I got a prestige.
Yo, I'll see you online tonight.
Yeah. Oh man, those are fun times. Some of the best fucking chats ever with random strangers. And now I feel like everybody's doing their own thing. Everything's kind of safe. You can't say the N-word no more. Not that I did, but a lot of people did. I never did. But so many people.
I mean, you have. Remember when you were saying Nicholas's name?
Yeah. I don't know at all what you're talking about. I don't say those things. But fucking no, I don't know. Fucking yeah.
But yeah, showcase overall went super well. I was very glad with how it went. Shout out to everyone that came and to anyone that talked about coming to the show. It's in the works.
Yeah, man. Fucking how do you feel you did this showcase compared to other showcases?
This one, I actually comparatively, I did better this year than I did the first 2 years combined. Like
that's crazy. Actually.
So I did pretty well. I didn't break even because I spent a fuck ton of money. I told you how much I spent.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
But I definitely didn't break even. But like I made about a third of what I made.
And okay, just because for anybody like that's wondering what they should do when they set up a showcase for the first time, like what would you tell the first time yourself?
Yeah,
what to do?
I mean, I'll just say that for my first time 3 years ago, like it took a lot of push from the coordinator of the event, Ainsley. Shout out to Ainsley.
That's the one that went to Everyone Comics?
Yeah, that worked at Everyone Comics.
That's the same person?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Ainsley.
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
And she was the one that kind of pushed me a lot to be like, no, you should do it. Like, and I was showing her my art. She's like, this could work as a sticker. This could work as a print, this and that. Like, if you feel like you can't do it, you probably can. Like, I'm sure if you have a good collection.
I thought you said you probably can't. I was like, all right.
Yeah, you probably can't, buddy. Get the fuck out of here.
You probably shouldn't try, man, because you're probably going to fail.
But if you have a good collection of art, like even if you don't feel like it's the best art, someone else might think it's like fucking amazing. Yep. And so it's just, if you have a good collection, just fucking put that shit out there. Just if you got some comics, just print them out at Staples. That's what I do. Super cheap.
Yeah.
Staples also prints out posters and shit like that. Super cheap too.
Yeah.
I actually lucked out pretty well with Staples because I ordered my posters as a standard heavyweight paper. Okay. And they called me the day after I put in my order, and they're like, hey, so we actually don't have the standard heavyweight paper, but we are willing to print it on the ultra heavyweight paper at no extra charge. Yeah. And I was like, are you stupid? Fucking do that shit. And
fucking dumbass piece of shit. Of course I want that deal, you idiot.
The fuck?
Better get on that now, slowpoke.
Yeah, like, why are you even calling me? You should have just done it.
They're like, oh, of course we're going to do it, but get over so rude about it.
Oh my God. No, imagine he just goes,
You want the super deluxe ultra? Fuck.
Just gotta yell at me a little bit more.
They should put kinky ass motherfuckers on customer service. Probably change the whole game.
Right?
You know
Oh
what
my
I mean?
god.
I can't believe you guys are like this. I've never been treated like this as a customer. Oh yeah.
You like when I'm bad, don't you?
And you're just like, yeah.
Just like what is this becoming?
There is a funny Shane Gillis skit, thing on Gillian Keeves, where it's kind of like that. Or it's really funny. Basically, they're trying to sell air mattress on the phone and stuff. And then I don't know. It's just check it out. I don't want to ruin nothing. You know, it's fucking. But it's basically that, which is hilarious.
Nice.
So they did it.
No, we did it.
We tried to do it, and
No,
they
we
already
did it.
accomplished it.
No, we did it.
It'd be like that, bro.
We did it.
But things happen naturally. And okay, so you would tell people go to Staples, get your shit cheaper. If you have art to put out, just put it out because someone's gonna like it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. And like when it comes to more like technical things, like
that's what I mean more so. Like,
right.
What's something that somebody wouldn't expect to come across that you would be able to help out with?
Definitely having your stuff up vertically versus just like laying down on the table.
Oh, for sure, right? Because it gets noticed more.
Yeah, like it just literally pops out. So it's just like get stands for your shit, so that way it's upwards, and that way people like aren't looking down at a table, but they're more so looking like at the art that'll be alongside your face.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Another thing as well, I would say is like, you know, if you have the stamina, try to stand for as long as you can.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Because then you don't just seem like you're just background.
Right. Like it doesn't look like you're just chilling.
You're just fucking lazy.
Yeah. You fucking bum.
Yeah, I want to sell this shit, but I'm not gonna stand for it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna stand for it. But yeah, so on my showcase on Saturday, I basically stood for the entire fucking time.
That's good.
And it's just like those are just some small things like that. Like keep your shit up vertical. Try to stand up. Just, you know, as much as you can. Try to turn on like your Riz.
Yeah.
And just like, you know,
sup, baby. Just like a 7-year-old. Sup.
What do you want?
I don't know, man. You want some art? Just bite your lip. He's like, Mom, I think I want some art.
But yeah, it's just, you know, try to be your best at being charismatic and stuff. Like just be yourself. Like,
what? My last question: how'd you deal with the rain? Because I was curious about that.
They provided tarps for us, so we kind of
nice.
like covered our tables whenever it got a little too crazy or anything like that. But I purposely bought like an extra one of all my shit as like the purposeful table sample.
They just display
for display essentially. Yeah, so like I wasn't too concerned about it getting fucked up by the rain. So I didn't cover my table too much.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to be covered. It like with a
you want it to be seen.
Yeah, even though it's a clear tarp, like it's kind of difficult to see through it anyways.
That's awesome.
But yeah, just, you know, look around, find any events that are willing to have you on. A lot of times you do have to pay for them.
This one you had to pay for?
Yeah.
How much you had to pay?
$100.
Oof. Damn.
Yeah.
But you're taking up space and this and that. I just wish things like that were free, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be free.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, for Queen's Comic Party, those I do for free.
Yeah.
For sometimes they do charge $50 for it, but I also never do as well at those as I do at like the Brooklyn Indie Comics showcase. Showcase.
Can't talk today, bro.
I know,
sound
man,
like me. I'm trying to keep it on point over here, bro.
Yeah, I'm over here just. But so you definitely usually are gonna have to pay for these type of things. So another thing to keep in mind is that don't expect to like make a profit out of these things. Like at the end of the day,
just being an artist, don't expect to make a profit.
Yeah, you know, you're an artist. Yeah. You're probably used to it.
You want money for your art?
Oh my god. We'll talk about it more in the AMC, but I'll have something to say.
Okay.
But it's just it's like. You need to understand when it comes to this type of stuff, like this art space, like you're usually not going to make stuff for a profit. Like you're more so doing it to get your shit out there.
I'll find that one person that really falls in love with that shit. Cause even that's enough, I imagine.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's just when it comes to this type of creative field, it's more of a marathon than it is a race. Yeah. Like you just need to just keep pushing and be consistent, just like with this show.
Yeah.
Like, just got to keep doing it.
Yeah, you just gotta keep doing that shit until like less people listen, and you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then you just fall off the face of the earth, and you're like, yeah, remember we did that show?
You know what I was thinking about, actually? I was thinking, last thing, and then we'll jump into the news section.
I got one thing to say real quick, and then we'll maybe go extend the show a little bit. But off that.
But I was gonna say that I thought it considering that episode 49, our episode back, was like our biggest episode in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking, like, yo, should we just take more hiatuses?
Just come back every 2 years.
Yeah,
just
just like do like 6 month like hauls, like seasons essentially, and just like just peace out for a little bit, come back, and just like people are like, oh my god, they're back again. Let's see how long they stay around this time.
And by the time we're 70, we're like, oh, you want a Manscaped sponsorship? We're like, yeah, you sure? Beep.
It's like, you know, at that age, I don't even know how well, those Manscaped fucking razors got to be like good as shit to go on our rough ass skin at 70.
Man, fucking, I'll do anything. Fucking read a little piece of paper that says, hey, shave your balls, now pay me money. You know? No, but what I was gonna say is that on Instagram, I've been seeing a lot of reels where people like basically have their art. It's a reel of them standing there and their art face backwards, and they're like, please like this video so more people can see my art. Or some of them will say, hey, I'm just trying to pay rent, would you mind liking this video? And he's like, little things like that, and they slowly turn to artwork. And there's a couple of people that I've seen and that are great. I mean, there's so much out there, it's all subjective too, so whatever. But some of them are pretty bad, like, there's really bad ones. I mean, I feel they get encouraged regardless, because some people are those people where they're like, no, you guys, you don't understand. This is actually really good. This is so bad that it's actually very, very good. But then there's some people that is like, no, like genuinely
you just don't understand it.
You just don't get it, like you just,
everyone's a critic.
Yeah. Some white person looking like a black guy or a Mexican person, they're like, no, this is actually amazing because of that. You're like, wait, what? Like, no, but there's this guy who I sent it to the social on Instagram, but he painted a car like a Bugatti or something, and his artwork was just splattering the car with paint. I don't know if you've seen it.
I did.
If I could show you later, because I can't find it. And he got paid like $1 million to do that. But it's literally like, just imagine this table just getting paint and he does it in, I guess, in a fashion that's art, And I know this is not really like a major thought, because there's a lot of art like that. Like when you go to modern art places and it's a circle, and you're like, wow. But
the circle of life.
Yeah. But then, so I guess not really a statement or a point I'm trying to make, but just like an open like observation. Yeah. Is that like, I guess people see these artists on Instagram showing their art and them pretty much asking for money, saying like, hey, I just need my stuff out there. Please support me. But is that good or bad? Because is it just people being like, hey, I get it, like you need $1? Is it like when you go buy something at a store and the server behind the counter doesn't do anything, but they ask for a tip? Like, hey, can you tip $1 after if you don't mind? Right. Is that the new thing on Instagram where you're like, hey, like I'm doing stuff over here. Do you mind like tipping 20%? Right. Just for having watched this? I
mean, I think that definitely comes, and we've talked about it before, of like the current society of how people want to be like YouTubers and influencers and like people of interest online and whatnot. I definitely think that comes a lot from it, where it's like, especially today, like fighting the Instagram algorithm, where it's like you kind of need to sort of do that. Like you need to sort of be like that influencer celebrity type.
Yeah, that's for sure in terms of promoting your own stuff.
Yeah, and even if that's not what you want to do, like even if you just want to post your art, like more often than not, you're gonna get much more followers and much more likes if you are also posting about yourself as well, because people like to have like attach a personality to the art.
It's no longer just exposure, it's interaction. It's attention span of the viewer. Like how long are they gonna watch you?
And so with videos like that, I feel iffy hearing about that, because it's just kind of like but then it also just comes down to personality, because it's like for myself, and we've talked about it plenty on and off the show, of just like how I like money is just not a priority for me.
Yeah.
So it's like I personally would never make a video like that or anything like that. Like even
and they're not all like blatantly asking for like $1.
No,
but like
yeah.
just like, hey, share my video, please, so I could pay rent.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, bro, just put your Venmo. Like you want a donation. You don't want like you want to do art, but you want to pay your rent. But like those don't have to be the same thing, even though as much as you want it to be, because art isn't about making money like that. Like it's not the only thing,
Yeah, and and it's just, but then I completely understand the struggle where it's
because you gotta
like,
live.
You gotta live.
Yeah,
and it's just so I completely understand that, and it's just I'm just fortunate to be in a position where like I get like a decent pay with my
get those racks
with my job currently,
yeah.
where I don't have to stress so much with like my art like that. But it's just like even when I was working at Starbucks, like I remember like shout out to you for helping me fund all my shit for my first showcase.
I got you
because I just didn't have the money for it.
Forgot about that shit, but fuck it's not easy being the rich guy.
This man over here now he's got two jobs, two jobs over here.
Nah,
this guy.
Nah, I'm kidding. But that's because you gotta support people also. That's super major. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just give people money. No, no, of course.
But I mean that, and it's just I think that's the important thing where it's like, as I understand the struggle and I understand wanting to be supported financially as well for your art, but it's just all I could try to stress is like, don't make it just about the money.
Yeah.
Like make sure that like, just because people are paying you to do this, like that you keep pushing out
because you
good
want
shit.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And because you want to do it. Yeah. Cause like, I don't even think about signing up for a Patreon anytime soon. Yeah. Like I don't really want to do that for myself. Like I would like to do that for the show at some point.
I would want it to happen if people wanted more stuff from us, because then if it takes, that's when an equal trade comes in, where it's like, okay, I have to give up my time and this and that to make stuff. And that makes sense. It's an exchange, Also, if you want to just give us some money, just give us some street, just give us $1,000.
I mean, just why the fuck not,
No, but I just think it's interesting, and I mean, everybody's art is different, but just there's good art and there's bad art, and that kind of doesn't make sense as a statement because art is again all subjective to people. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's very interesting, and it's a difficult fucking career to pursue. It's crazy. And most of your stuff is really more valued when you're dead. That's when you're like, oh, this guy was nice. Why don't we support him when he was alive?
Right. And it is so funny that you say that because the topic that I got today is about a comic artist that just passed away.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No way. All right, let's go to the movies.
There's not too much information about this just because it is pretty new at the moment. It happened a few weeks ago now. It happened on, if I have the date here, on April 9th.
Okay.
So it's been a couple weeks now. But I was really iffy about bringing this up because it is a bit controversial.
Okay.
In the comic space, where it's just, there's a lot of people that are kind of going back and forth about how they feel about this. So the person I'm talking about here is Ed Piskor.
Ed Piskor.
He is a old school comic writer, artist, colorist, letterer.
Damn.
So he kind of does all his own shit. He is from Pittsburgh, and he kind of or I'm sorry, he lived in PA, but had what do you call it? Exhibit popping up in Pittsburgh.
Nice. That
before his death, they closed down his exhibit or canceled the exhibit because of allegations that came up.
Oh shit.
So before we get into the allegations, I'll just build a little picture for you of who Ed Piskor is. If I show you real quick, this is who Ed Piskor is. He has kind of like an iconic look where he rocks these shades and little like hat like that,
like a Civil War hat. My bad, sorry.
I think it's more of like a Fisher hat or a bucket hat.
A bucket hat. Yeah, it looks like if in the Civil War, I think the North War, whatever the blue outfit was, the hats they had. Let me see if I can show you why you do that.
But yeah, so he has a pretty iconic look in the comic space. Like people kind of know him pretty well for that look.
Like that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's totes a bucket hat. But so he, like I said, writer, colorer,
letterer,
editor, He does it all. So
He's just a comic book.
So he started off with this comic called Hip Hop Family Tree, which was a comic series that he started online. Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Look at this guy! Look at this guy! Look at this fucking dude!
It's like a zoo exhibit. He's like, what
is this? If you guys look at the video, you guys can see Lucas.
He just chilling, just appeared. Oh wow, Lucas appeared.
But so Hip Hop Family Tree was a comic series that he started online where he self-published, where it was these one shot page retellings of certain hip hop creators throughout history.
Yeah. Like artists or in general?
Like hip hop artists, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought you meant like hip hop comic books or shows or movies.
Sorry, yeah, music artists.
Music, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So because he loves hip hop and rap and stuff. Like
nice.
If I show you a quick image real quick of this type of stuff that he had going on, this is what his art style was kind of like. And this is was Hip Hop Family Tree.
So like Run DMC almost kind of like a style.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's had some rappers and hip hop artists reach out to be like, yo, he's done a lot of great shit for the community and stuff. Like he really represents us and whatnot. And he's a white dude, which is kind of funny.
I was about to say, I'm assuming appropriation is like something that falls into it or nah?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I was hoping not, but that's what I figured.
Like, people, like, he genuinely does a very good job of portraying everything. And, like, it is very tasteful in everything that he does. Yeah. But he started self-publishing.
Can't talk to that's so funny, bro. I gave you my zoomies.
I love that gift, man. That gift is so funny.
Put it right here.
But he started self-publishing these one-shot pages and shit, and then eventually he was able to officially publish it through Fantagraphics, which was his own little publisher thing that he did, and he had published the whole thing as like a 240-page, like one volume thing, and people fucking eat it up. They love it.
Nice.
In terms of more mainstream stuff, he's done something for Marvel called X-Men Grand Design, where he did everything as well for it. And what that was that it was, I think also like, I think I might be getting confused. One of them is about 240 pages. I think it might be the X-Men one, but for that one, it's essentially a retelling of all the X-Men history and canon in like one solid story. And people really like that as well.
It's like a history book.
It's almost like a history retelling of
like a textbook almost.
Yeah, and it's just people really like that as well, because for anyone who does know the X-Men history, it is super confusing. And has a whole bunch of twists and turns and like a bunch of shit that has happened that isn't canon anymore and things of that nature. Yeah. So X-Men Grand Design was built to retell their current canon story. Yeah. And so he did all that. People really like his art. He's been in the business for a long time. And then a week before his death, allegations had come out where he had been caught talking to underage girls and things of that nature.
Damn, bro.
And so, and there was
he would just like sup. That's all it was.
What's up?
Handcuffs.
But so those allegations came out, and very quickly he had written about a 4.5-page letter, basically apologizing for everything. Yeah.
Damn, that fucking sucks. I mean, not that I'm not saying it sucks. Like, damn, he got caught, or damn, whatever. But it just sucks, man. Because I was hoping it was. I was hoping. Nah, I wasn't. I thought it was gonna be some racist shit, which is just as bad.
Yeah, but when it's like Scott Adams.
Nah, man, this is more like, oh, you really are gross. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he wrote about a 4.5-page letter. I'm not gonna read it here because it's
you want to read that shit? Look it up yourself.
But it is a lot, so it is out there. You guys can find it. Another thing this guy did, Ed Piskor, is that he had a YouTube channel and a podcast called K Fat Tabe, something like that, where it was built to basically produce art and comics and stuff, and just really promote other artists and things of that nature. They were pretty famous for doing like the Inktober prompts and stuff of that nature.
Okay.
I know a lot of artists that really like Ed Piskor and like would watch this YouTube channel and this podcast and stuff, and like were really into it and would participate with their Inktober's prompts and whatnot.
What were the allegations like? Was he only talking to them, or was he meeting up with them, or was he
so at the moment, all we know is that the allegations were just basically that he was talking to them, and that there was allegations of like sexual assault with someone that he was working with. But he, in his letter, he talks about that relationship that he had with that person was totally consensual.
Gotcha. But even though they were underage?
No, it was someone that he was working with.
Oh, but they just said that he sexually assaulted them.
Yeah. But he claims that it was totally consensual and stuff. So it is kind of like a bit of a back and forth. And then just a few days later, he fucking offed himself.
I figured he shot himself, hung himself. What he did.
So even with that, even with me saying that he killed himself, even that is not fully like 100%, 200% confirmed.
He X-Men offed himself.
He fucking got grand design, dog.
Painted himself blue.
Because what ended up happening, the X-Men story was a 240-page one. Okay. And the podcast was Cartoonist K-Fab.
Damn.
But what ended up happening with him is that basically his body was just found outside of PA where he lives. So his body wasn't even found in the state. And his body, it was confirmed once the whatchamacallit, the guy who does like the morgue stuff.
What's the name of the A? I cannot think of the word. Autopsy.
Yes, when they were doing the autopsy, that's when they identified him for who he is and stuff.
Oh, they didn't recognize him? They were like, "Oh, that's Ed Piskor." Just on the floor.
Now imagine they're like, "Holy shit, that's Ed Piskor." But so they fucking he wasn't identified until after his death. And
did he have clothes on, or I'm fucking drooled? Did he have like clothes on?
Now you're like,
that's how she's kicking in. Talking about underage girls and X-Men. No, I'm kidding. But he didn't have a wallet or something.
He didn't have a wallet on him or anything like that. I don't know if he had any clothes on. Those weren't those details weren't there. But yeah, so it's just no one knows 100% like if he actually killed himself, but that's just like what is being said, that
makes a lot of sense.
Most supposedly killed himself, which is just that's where a lot of the controversy comes behind this whole situation. Yeah, because a lot of people just kind of see it as like him sort of running away from his issues or running away from his situations, and then there's a lot of people who like do believe in that people do deserve a second chance and things of that nature. Yeah. So it's like there are a lot of people that are upset where it's like, this guy could have had like his redemption arc or something like that, or whatever the case is. And
I mean, he probably was scared of going to jail. Yeah. Okay, what's it called? But how did he die? Like, what did the autopsy say?
That hasn't been said.
That's crazy.
So it's just that's kind of like in his letters, some things that I'll point out, like because like with some of these girls that he was talking to, like he admits that like, yes, I did like talk to these girls and whatever, but kind of like
he was flexing. He was like, yeah, I talked to a couple of girls.
But he admits that like he was never purposely trying to like talk to underage girls or anything like that. Like he didn't know that they were underage. And once he found out, that's when he like stopped talking to him or whatever. Yeah. And like some things he says is like curiosity killed the cartoonist.
That's kind of crazy for him to say that. You know what I mean? Because I feel you're kind of playing with this topic. Yeah. Rather than taking it serious.
And
no time to be creative in a fucking apology letter. you know, you don't want to.
And he kind of opens it up with kind of saying like it was the height of COVID with no end in sight, and I was alone through most of it. So he kind of chalks it up to a bit of loneliness. And he would try to have them come over, but then once he realized like what was going on, he was like, I can't really do this. And
interesting.
And that he's just kind of talked about how he's been working like pretty solitary for a long time now, for almost about the last 20 years into his work and to his life and everything. So these allegations just really suck and everything for him, where he's just like, dude, I just wanted to make art.
Yeah.
And so that's where a lot of the controversy comes in because, like I said, a lot of people who really love this guy really are upset that this happened.
Yeah, no, he seems like he did a lot for that area of like industry, you know what I mean? And just every type of way he could have. So that sucks.
Yeah,
but it's also like suicide not the answer, you know, that also, you know, that I mean consequences suck, but there's something you have to deal with because it's better than not being here at all. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
But that's honestly like this was really like I was really on the fence about bringing this up just because it's like it's such a hot topic like in the space right now, and it's just I don't necessarily want to upset anyone because
I do. Fuck everybody that's upset right now.
But it's just like it is just such a controversial thing in the comic space right now, and I see so many artists and stuff doing like Ed Piskor tributes and their own drawings.
And some people are like, "How could you do that? He was a pedophile." Blah 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 blah.
Well, I haven't dug into the comments or anything like that.
But I would assume. I mean, I'm assuming that's where the controversy stems from. Like, not even to be a dick or anything, but it's like if LeBron James, right? If LeBron James was like caught talking to like 7-year-old boys, just specifically 7-year-old Asian boys. Why are you laughing? No, I'm kidding. It's pretty. I know, right? That shit's hilarious. But imagine he's just talking to 7-year-old Asian boys on Telegram, right? All right, let's see. Okay, LeBron James talking to 7-year-old Asian boys, and then he kills himself, right? Because there's allegations. It's gonna, you know, that'll be the same thing almost. Because some people be like, "Ah, man, but he was the GOAT," you know, LeBron James,
right?
And then little 7-year-old Asian boys gonna be like, "Yeah, but he was trying to do this thing with me and stuff like that." But what I'm trying to say is that you get so beloved. Oh, you know what? Aside from that, Michael Jackson, that's a better way.
You know what?
You want to really,
that's a great example.
You want to hide away what potentially could be these demons and just, you know, appreciate him and almost disregard that in total and just say he never did that,
right?
You know, because I do say, you know, take the art away from the artist. Like I will always stand by that, because you could watch a movie. Most movies that are from Harvey Weinstein's like production, like are beloved, you know, and guarantee you will. Some people don't even know those movies are from, like, they stem from him, you know. So I think that if you can go watch those movies and still appreciate them, you don't support Harvey Weinstein. You know, I mean, is he getting paid off those movies? Yeah, you know, but that's super crucial to just understand and implement when you are taking in art. Because that's like one of his comic books could have changed somebody's whole life and inspired them to create. So I get where that comes from, but I mean, you don't have to show hate either. You can just, you know, be like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You know? So
and that's honestly just where I stand on the whole thing, because it's like, I've never read Ed Piskor's work or anything like that. I was already familiar with him and his work before this happened. It's just I never went out of my way to read his stuff. And it's just, so even before this, I knew how influential he's been to the comic space.
Wow.
So it's just, that's where I stand, where it's just like, because I never knew him, because I never met him. And it's like, everything that I'm learning about this is just like from online. It's like, and because nothing is like fully 100%, 200% double confirmed or anything like that. I'm just
everything is kind of vague.
Yes, I'm just kind of like, this sucks. Like, this just sucks. Like, you know, he did such great work for the comic space, and like it is such a shitty thing to think that like his legacy like can easily be tainted by this now.
Easily, just in a day. It's all done, you know?
And like, especially
over what it seems like.
Especially if any of these allegations end up being true or anything like that, like it'll put a huge stain on his career, and
they'll probably stop selling his books some places and this and that. I mean, not to think the worst, but I'm assuming it was pretty bad, just because you don't kill yourself unless it was. Because, you know, there was a movie star who killed himself in Korea, where apparently the suicide rate is high, but also their laws on drugs are very strict.
Right.
And he was in Parasite, the movie. I forget who he played, but he was in that movie. And his wife is also an actor.
Okay.
But I think he had a drug use problem, or he was using drugs. And when that was found out and he was arrested or this and that, the police were going to put out the information. And I think he really begged them not to do it. And they were like, we're going to do it. And then he killed himself.
Damn.
And I'm assuming it could have been of the public shame, or it could have been because he's gonna go to jail for the drug use.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy, man. That just like that especially now's day and age, where if you do something wrong and you're a public figure, like you're gonna hear it from all sides. I was thinking about that. Like, imagine like you're just LeBron James, you're just on Instagram Live and everything, and you're just having a good time getting in contact with your fans while your 7-year-old boy trial is going on, and then a bunch of people are like, "Hey, how about them 7-year-olds?" And you're just like, "Damn, bro." And then it could be 40 years from now, and you're just like, so if Michael Jackson was alive today, every day would be that.
Oh yeah.
Like if especially on Instagram and this, he probably would. He probably would have been insane.
I mean, like another example is probably like Courtney Love. Like,
what about that's the Kurt Cobain thing?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure people still like send her shit like that too.
Like, why'd you do it?
Yeah, and like. I just had another one right. Oh fuck, where'd it go?
Lizzie McGuire.
Where'd it go? I can't find it. Because I was just talking to someone. Oh, I was gonna talk about Us. I just because I was just telling someone
the movie or Us.
No, like literally Us, literally Us, like this show.
Okay.
Because I was just telling someone, because I gave 2 people our stickers yesterday at the bar. Shout out to you guys. I don't remember you guys' names, but you guys are dope. They're from Texas.
Hey.
But and I was just kind of telling my friend where I was like, I kind of don't really tell too many people about like the podcast like that I like meet up with or anything like that, because I'm just like, fucking God forbid that shit comes back to bite me in the ass one day.
And eventually, like there's for sure things we've said that will, somebody's gonna get upset about. But fuck those people, you know what I mean?
But it's just I think about that now too, where it's like how we too are also putting ourselves in the public space.
It's fucking terrifying, bro. That's why when I get high and fucking just be sitting, I'd be like, damn. I just be mad.
Don't say nothing stupid. Don't say nothing stupid. And you're just saying it out loud. I'm like, yo, Frankie, you're saying something stupid.
I'm like, no, I'm not. no, I'm not. No, it's actually terrifying. But it's also, I feel whenever I feel that, I also just tell myself, like, bro, just fucking also be willing to put yourself out there, because in any form that you do put yourself out there, whether it's this or like say you do it with your comic books or anything you do that you want other people to experience that you create, you're risking that because and that's what it takes. You can't be scared to do shit in this world, because
what do you get to hide, Alex?
Bitch. Nah, it's just, I mean, it's inevitable, and regardless of who you are or what you've done, unless you're like murdering people, don't be murdering people. Like, you just have to take that risk and for sure brace yourself for like ridicule, because like, I'll be honest and a little like blunt. Like, there's a lot of people that know I do this podcast, and I'm sure there's people who are like, that shit is so stupid, or like that shit is dumb, that shit is not popular. And I'm like, yeah, bro, but go fuck yourself. Like, I could care less, because there's no pressure to do this. It's not like we're trying to be like, oh, we have to get famous and rich, and then and it'd be great if we make money and like this is successful, but it'd be greater if it came from a genuine audience that really appreciated the show. That's actually more fulfilling, because it's like, if when we come on the show, like, the newest thing is to inform and it's interesting, but also like we want to entertain you. I would love to make you laugh or cry. I don't know, some shit. And we're sharing ourselves with you guys, So I think that's crucial.
We are giving you a piece of us. We are Jesus.
Unless you're 7-year-old Asian boy.
Yes, please
stay
away
the
from us.
Fuck away from us.
Nicholas and your friends,
get out of here,
Get the
bro.
fuck out of here.
But yeah, I think to those people that like hate, like, that's just the nastiness in yourselves. But everybody's gonna hate, Hate is gonna hate. I heard that. I think what's his name said that? Homer from what's it called? The Philosopher. You know what I'm talking about?
He said exactly that. Hate is gonna hate.
Hate is gonna hate. And then it sounds to jail.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the bulk of the story. I just it's again, there's not too much information because it's still pretty fresh and nothing's like fully 100% double confirmed.
Yeah.
So it's just but it's just such a shitty thing.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, man. That was topic 1 for you.
Shit.
The second topic is a little more open ended, just because if I wrote like my notes like for this second topic,
it would have been fucking forever, right?
It would have been a classic Earth Might Matter episode.
6 hours later,
yeah.
And then the guy went to the beach. He counted every grain of sand.
Oh yeah.
1, 2,
3. But the other topic I wanted to bring up, which I already told you before, was AI in the workforce.
Okay.
And the way I wanted to tackle this is that I basically just
fuck you, robot.
But what I wanted to do was basically just go through some headlines that I pulled up, because I feel like these headlines just kind of encapsulate like a majority of what I want to talk about primarily in this idea. I have looked at these stories and stuff. So any questions you got, I'll be able to answer them.
I'll throw this real quick. This is not necessarily AI, but I saw that there's a restaurant in the city. I think it's a chicken spot. I don't know if it's Korean fried chicken or just chicken in general. But the cashier works in like Pakistan or some shit. So like you'll be getting checked out like from a screen,
right?
And the person on the screen is like fucking Asian or something like that.
Interesting.
It's, like from a different country. I mean, isn't that crazy?
What the fuck? Yeah. I haven't seen.
It was a New York Times article. I don't again, it's not really AI, but it kind of falls in line with the technological input of the workplace. All right, yeah.
I mean, that is outsourcing.
I'll like type it in while you read this, and I'll listen to you.
Yeah. The first one that I wanted to bring up was actually pretty funny, because when I was double checking my notes last night, this one was immediately on like the front page, where a lot of these I got from the Futurology subreddit on Reddit. It just focuses all on like future shit and just like science shit and whatever. And AI is all this fucking subreddit's been talking about.
Yeah.
But first one I got for you is that robots can make jobs less meaningful for human colleagues. That very simple. And then that's like pretty like basic, like people like that's exactly what we're talking about. And then the next step is right after that. We finally know where Neuralink's brain implant trial is happening. Because for that one, they are trying to figure out how they can try to have these neural links, which is something that Elon Musk wants, implanted into people, which is something that we'll kind of be talking similar to in the AMC section. But they want to do this because they think if people could work with their like brains and whatnot, that could be the best way to combat like AI coming into the workforce.
Interesting.
Because they believe that if people can work with their minds, it'll be faster than they can work with their hands.
I do think that's true though, because I mean, just technically speaking, when using a mouse and stuff, like if you could just direct it with your eyes, it would just be like.
Yeah, I mean that's how the Vision Pro works. All with your eyes and shit.
That's so crazy.
But another one.
But then like a dog walks past and you're just like, you just look away. You're like, oh shit, puppy.
You just like put in the fucking code to launch the nukes.
Doge.
Look at that Doge.
That's inevitable.
This was a really cool one, where it's at the U.S. Air Force confirms first successful AI dogfight.
You guys couldn't hear it, but a notification went on. That's the perfect ass time. Dogfight.
Yeah, so like like a plane dogfight.
Oh,
they had two AI planes like
duke it out.
That's
hilarious.
It worked out, and so it's just it's another step in terms of like advanced warfare.
That will be war in the future, though. There's no reason to.
It's happening now. I have another headline that talked about relating to Israel Palestine war. No, sorry, Russia Ukraine. So sorry.
They used. Well, watch your mouth.
I know. Oh my god. Whoa. But Ukraine actually used an AI plane to like bomb a bunch of shit in Russia and whatnot. And it's almost like kamikaze planes at this point, because since there's no fucking human in it, they can just fucking do whatever the fuck they want.
It's kamikaze, but it ain't. It ain't. There was a documentary on the Vietnam War. How do you feel about this? Where not the Vietnam War, Pearl Harbor, where they interviewed a bunch of people in America that were like in Hawaii, right? That's where Pearl Harbor was, Hawaii. They interviewed those people who were like survive, but they also interviewed the pilots, the kamikaze pilots. Okay. How do you feel about that? Like, what does that make you feel?
I mean, I'm just interested by that. I would like to know what they think or feel about that, because like immediately I think about the main character in Godzilla -1.
Yeah, true. But then I heard, because this guy Shane Gillis talked about it, and he said that's like interviewing the people who
did like 9/11 or something.
Isn't it?
I mean, it definitely is. Like, Yeah, it's like, how do you fuck? It's like interviewing the Joker. Like,
but that would be interesting.
And that's a fucking Robert De Niro gets shot in the head.
Spoilers.
Oh boy, have you seen the trailer to the second one?
It looks good.
I haven't seen it.
It looks pretty good, actually, man. I'm not gonna lie. Because people were saying like, "Oh, this trailer looks awesome," so I was like, "Oh, maybe I may be a little, what's it called, impacted by that." But then I checked it out, and I was like, "I'm very curious to see how Lady Gaga does. Like, that's something that I want to see if she does good." But Joaquin Phoenix, I feel like he hasn't, in terms of just continuing from the last one,
right?
He hasn't skipped a beat at all. Like everything's the same. It's incredible, actually.
Were you aware that it's going to be a musical?
No, I didn't know that. Yeah. I see like the, what's it called, and how it looks in terms of that. I don't really fuck with musicals. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I wonder, but that's who the Joker. I mean, I know the Joker sings songs, you know, like when they use them in movies and shows, right? But I don't want it to be just a musical, bro. That kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah, you know? it'll be a musical, not with original music. They'll basically be covering a bunch of songs and shit throughout it. But yeah, they say it's a musical like that.
They have to do that shit really well then, though, because man, I look, he can't stand the musical, bro. Fucking just talk to me, bro. Fucking, why are you trying to? God.
But Frankie,
can you?
There's so much more I can express in song.
I had this idea for like if it was in a little film where somebody like was breaking out the song, you know, and they're like ba da and then somebody just shoot them in the head. Shut the fuck up! What the fuck do you think this is? And then kind of like Jackie Brown, where De Niro shoots. Right. I told you to shut up. Like, yeah, I just love shit like that, man. So. Yeah,
but this next one that I got for you was more of a topic where someone brought up the future state of AI. We are at the infancy stage.
100%.
And so, yeah, I kind of wanted that to be sort of like the thing that anchors everything. Because regardless that there's all these headlines that are showing how insane AI is becoming. Like, I don't know if you've seen the new Boston Dynamics robot.
No, but those shits always scare me, bro. Fucking
I got you right now, dog. Yeah. I'll put it up on the widescreen and everything. But look at this fucking shit, dude. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Ew!
Yeah, man. This ain't CGI. That's a goddamn robot doing the goddamn thing.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. That's actually terrifying. That doesn't look like it's real.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's fucking weird, bro.
It's like really blurring the line of like the uncanny valley.
Bro, if you're listening to this, go watch that video or just watch it right now here or when you can. That looks great. And first of all, it didn't have to flex like that getting up all backwards.
It definitely had to. Are you kidding me?
But you know,
if you could do that, you would do that every goddamn morning.
I could be talking about my ass, but yeah, I would. Just get up. Just shower. Just electrocute. No, there's this one place. This I could be talking about my ass, but they're using robots to like fight. They want to use robots to like fight crimes and maybe kind of differentiate who the bad guy is, who the good guy is.
Like RoboCop?
Kind of, pretty much. It's just a movie I saw. I'm like, this is the news.
You were just really high. You're like, yo,
what's happening?
He just shot that dude in the dick.
You seen when they showed our last what's it called, footage from GTA 5, and they're like, this is the news right now.
Yeah,
the grandpas are like,
yeah, that shit was fucking stupid, man.
That shit's so funny. What's it called? No, but I mean, that's fucking insane, man. That's scary. That's actually really scary.
Another headline I saw. I can't find it the exact headline, but somewhere in the UK or somewhere in Europe, one of the countries there has officially marked like deep fakes and things like that as criminal actions.
I saw somebody post something where now middle schoolers are using deep fake to generate nude images of their classmates.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man, and they're okay, we should throw out those notifications because we're not laughing at that. That wasn't what we're laughing at. It's just it's notifications going off in the background, and every time we say some fucked up shit, it goes bring bring. Yeah, but when I saw that, I was like, holy shit! Like that's actually insane. And then I was thinking, like, what do you charge those kids with, or do you charge them at all? Like, can you charge those kids for child pornography? for themselves, or if it gets out to other people accidentally, then you could charge them for like distributing child pornography.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's so strange.
They could probably get tried for as an adult, honestly.
But then they're also like, I'm not saying it's correct at all. Like, that's nowhere where I'm leaning. Like, I'm not. But I'm also saying like middle school kids are attracted to middle school kids. You know, like they're like, this is not something that it's okay, but it's also like man, it's like a kid watching porn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, do you try those kids for looking at adults that don't, you know? Like,
I mean, like, but it's one thing to watch like porn of adults that are like.
But then it's like you're imagining and then you're generating it onto thing, and it's not. I'm not just. I'm just wondering how. Because I really don't want to seem like, yo, let the kids be the kids
for the kids,
unless it's that. Then not for the kids, not for anybody.
But it's just, I think what really comes down to is just that like you are literally it's one step above like imagining someone that you like in that position, but then you are now literally putting that imagination to reality.
It's so interesting,
and it's like doing that. I feel like that's where the criminality comes in, where it's like, yo, but then
technically it would be an adult's body on a child's face, you know, under a child's face,
and that's fucking disgusting.
It is disgusting, but it's nothing illegal. You know, I mean, until it is. You know what I mean?
Now you're blurring the lines.
I just wondered because in court, I'd be there like,
look at this, look at his face,
Your Honor. My clients are they're innocent.
Your Honor, you're capping.
His kid's riz is off the fucking charge. Let him be. No, but
no cap, no kizzy. All right, fax, no printer. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
The jury's like, yo, on God, that ass. No, it's fucking crazy. When I saw that headline, I was like, that's just something so wild, and I wonder how it's gonna work in the future. And yeah, man, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
The last headline I got for you is that AI is also coming for Wall Street. Banks are reportedly weighing cutting analyst hiring by 2/3. So
that makes a lot of sense though, because analysts, there's no way they can do a better job than AI, like comparatively,
right?
And then longevity wise, like the AI will always.
And the big headline that I had seen last night too was that this is the last one. The big headline that I saw last night too, when I was double checking my notes, was that they are now saying that AI is officially outperforming humans in certain jobs.
Yeah, but that's expected. That's why we created it.
And that's why it's so scary. And that it goes back to the anchoring conversation that I wanted to have of like, AI is in its infancy right now, but imagine what AI is going to be like, say 5 years from now. Like, that's going to be fucking wild. Like,
even like 20 years from now, right?
Like that fucking Boston Dynamics robot that I showed you.
Imagine like we're just one of us we're gone. Like, we're just like, yo, fuck you. And this is the Boston. Welcome to the Earth. No, Gustavo. it's talking about what's happened on the Earth. Sorry.
I'm new at this. I'm very nervous.
I just watched for the window. You son of a bitch.
But because like it's height difference, you're just like hanging off the ledge, just like trying to hold yourself up. Like, fuck you.
No, but then it comes down to this, right? What jobs exactly are these robots outperforming people in, right? Because I'm sure there's a lot of real easy ones that, of course, a robot cannot perform. And when it comes to tech, I mean, I don't feel bad in this sense, because it's like, yes, of course you need a job, right? Like everybody needs a job, but then you shouldn't just give a person a job if the AI can benefit you more, you know? For example, like say Wells Fargo got rid of a whole office and instilled AI. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, you know, whatever.
Very mature, very mature.
But then let's say that,
you know, like that's what they do. Like
they just become Wario.
Hey, Waluigi.
And then the small scale business says, hey, our labor cost is so high right now, and this AI is a one-time payment, and we can replace half our staff, save most money, give half the other staff who is excelling far more in things that can't be done technologically.
Right.
How about we do that? are they bad people for doing that by boosting their business, paying the people they need most more, and by sacrificing those other jobs that unfortunately can be done better by AI?
And that's the scary thing, because like when you put it like that on paper, it's a no fucking brainer.
Yeah, of course, right? Like it's a must do. And we always kind of breach this subject, but then wouldn't you say these people not have more time? I mean, this is where it gets real hot, because some people spend their whole lives doing one thing, you know. But then humans can adapt to anything. But also younger people, younger younger people can do something else like they want to do, you know, or maybe this is a time for humanity to be pushed further ahead from the bare minimum and become more skilled workers, you know, like rather than
it's like the white chef. You know, just be better,
bro.
Just get good.
Yeah, I mean, I think, because then I think about Eric Adams saying like, oh, unskilled labor, you know, like referring to Dunkin' Donuts workers, us literally, like, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's really not that. We were kind of, we were a little better.
We were bougie.
Yeah, we were fucking. You know how hard it is to fucking make a latte, bro.
Boy, you know what I think about sometimes? That time that lady forced you to make a Trenta frap.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro. I mean, jeez.
Called Starbucks customer service at the fucking job.
Bro, I was working and this lady comes up with her kid. Shout out to kids, for the kids. And
fuck that kid.
Fuck that kid. And she was like, hey, I have a free drink. I was like, okay, what you drink? She was like, I want a Trenta vanilla bean frappuccino. I was like, lady, unfortunately, we don't make that size frappuccinos. I'll be glad to make you a vanilla bean frappuccino with a venti size. She's like, but I got a free drink. I was like, yeah, but we don't do that. She was like, all right. Bitch called Starbucks complaint company. Yeah. They called she handed me the phone or something.
She handed you the phone.
And they were like, yeah, just make it. I was like, why the fuck we got these rules?
and I remember you like asking on the phone, like, but even though like we don't make the Trenta frap, I'm still supposed to make it. And like, I'm sure they probably just told me, yeah,
like just do it. I was like, all right.
I was
and that's
really
why I
like,
give
holy
a
shit,
fuck
dude.
about what I took from there, what I did from there. Man, it's so dumb. It's so dumb, bro. It's so crazy, because like obviously I don't care about doing that, you know. But it's like, it's just the idea of a company saying like, hey, we have to enforce these rules because that's how you reduce waste and we boost our sales so we can help out. You know, we are a small business. You know, apparently we're a small business in the community. And then they're like, yeah, just fucking don't. What are you doing?
The customer's always right.
Customer apparently is always right. Yeah, so she got her Trenta Frappuccino, which I was like, damn, bro, what are you gonna do? But also one time,
in Bandcamp.
What's up, Bandcamp? Long story short, quick Starbucks. I was making Frappuccino. I went to go put the cap on, and my pinky went directly inside the Frappuccino. And the guy looked at me, and I was like, and I was like, bro, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna make you a new one. And he was like, nah, it's all right, bro.
Damn.
And I was like,
wow,
I was like, no.
What a freak.
I was like, yeah, he was like, it's okay, buddy. No, but I was like, no. I should have threw it out, but I was like, nah, bro, like I'll make you a new one. He's like, bro, don't even worry about it. I was like, okay. Just give it.
You're like, all right. Just stick your whole fucking hand in there. Just go swish it in your mouth a bit.
Feed him like a fucking bird. Yeah, man. All right, my God. I can't believe fucking bitch ass Starbucks. So that shit was funny as hell.
but to get back to your point of like the menial task labor, it's like that very much was what the article was about. Just like jobs in that nature of like, you know, certain jobs in the tech space, like coding and things like that are just a lot easier to do with AI. Yeah, and they're trying to figure out, companies are trying to figure out how to get that into like fast food places now too.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you know, we have McDonald's with their kiosks and shit like that. Checkout. That's the first step.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to figure out how to get rid of the cashier entirely.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just, imagine like maybe 10, 15 years from now, we're going to have those fucking Atlas robots, those Boston Dynamic robots
I could see
fucking
that
McDonald's.
I could see for sure big companies being, like, aside from them trying to save public face, they're for sure going to get rid of all the staff in there. There's no need for people to be working in fast food. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, it's gonna suck for like the hood, because they're just gonna rob the shit out of that place. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, fuck you, robot. Can't stop me. And then that fucking robot goes.
all right, chill. Here's about $10. No, but I mean more so like, I mean, people are gonna get around it, but then I think Walmart now is charging for self checkout at Walmart. If I'm not mistaken, mistaken. It's fucking the for self checkout, you have to be like a Walmart Plus member.
Bruh.
And I think now they're charging like fees for like self checkout, which is
Fuck
stupid.
you.
Yeah, and
everyone's just trying to have Amazon Prime now because even Target has their own thing.
Yeah, first of all, Amazon Prime could eat a dick, bro, because they deadass started charging more for no ads. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah,
are you kidding me, bro? I don't use it no more.
God.
I don't use it no more because
Yeah,
I'm just like,
dude.
you fucking kidding me, bro?
Fucking ads for my shit,
Yeah, bro.
man.
What the fuck?
What year is this?
Don't you save enough money with your slave labor, bro?
Boy,
What am I paying these slaves for?
I'm about to change my topic right fucking now.
No, but I want to watch the new Fallout series, but now with commercials.
Yeah, I fucking feel you on that, man.
It fucking sucks. So
I haven't finished Invincible, and those ads fucking kill me.
I just
dude.
started reading Invincible. I have two
Let's
of them.
go.
Yeah, man, it's actually pretty good. Okay, but back to the AI thing. I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting and it's gonna change everything. But
It really is.
It's gonna displace a lot of jobs.
Oh yeah,
and it's so crazy, man, because everybody always told you when you were younger, get into tech. It's gonna be the job that's always gonna be there. Nobody else can do it. And now those jobs are more at risk than anything.
yeah.
And I know people little by little who work specifically in tech in
Same.
the realm of analytics that have gotten laid off.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man, and that's like in some sense that is the only thing you kind of know. You know, you can't really go off to do be something else. I don't know, bro, but yeah, it's crazy.
It's tough out there. It's gonna get tougher.
Yeah, you come on the podcast.
Yeah, you're not gonna get paid for it, but come on,
get some exposure. But AI, I mean, AI definitely is in the beginning stages. And I wonder, man, how it's gonna take over everything. It's gonna.
Yeah.
And imagine when it gets into the realm of like music and art and everything.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely talked about that on our previous episode before, and just like when we had that episode talk, that was all about generative AI and AI art.
Somebody won a competition with generative AI.
Yeah,
so.
and even now, another headline that I saw was that DC actually pulled and replaced certain covers for certain comics that were accused of being made with generative AI. Wow. So. I'm sure now those issues are probably millions of dollars now because since they got reprinted and everything, but it's just
it's changed the game.
Yeah, it's affected everything.
Yeah, god damn, bro.
It's just gonna keep expanding.
Hell yeah, bro. Fuck it though. We just did this.
Yeah, the only thing AI ain't touching is Earth, Mind, and Matter. And you know what?
We're never gonna cut to us being replaced to robots.
We didn't even say at the beginning of the episode, but. We talk about what's going on in the earth,
in our minds,
and this is why it matters.
This is Earth, Mind, and Matter, bitches. By the way, the restaurant. I'm talking away from the man like a dickhead. I'm a dead ass one over here. The cashier is in the Philippines. The fried chicken is in New York. So it's called San San Chicken in Long Island City, Queens. Oh, what the fuck? Oh wow. Let me show you how it looks. Get the fuck out of here. I'm about to go right now. Look.
Oh, what the fuck?
No, I'm about to go. Get some chicken.
Get some chicken.
Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. Yeah, so fucking shit is changing out here.
Yeah, dog. But like we said, nothing's changing here.
Nothing's changing.
The only thing that's changing here is that we are now transitioning to our outro.
Hell yeah, bro. So yeah, guys.
But that was a new section. Feel free to pop in next episode.
Yeah, man.
Where we will be on the AMC section, our albums, movies, and comics episodes.
And we're covering a comic, which is
Cybersync, Cybersync Anthology, which is my first publication.
Ooh, so tune in for that one. Fuck, I keep not talking to the mic. Check out our socials, Earth Mind Matter Pod on Instagram, Earth Mind Matter on YouTube, and Earth Mind Matter Pod on TikTok. Also, Nicholas. Shout out to you, bro.
You do a lot of work for this show.
Yeah, I heard you publish an episode. Savage, bro. Still not getting paid.
Yeah, you're not getting paid. Sorry about that, kid. You just got to hit you with the...
Facts. All right, we out of here.